All right, now I know there's a saying now that it's very hard to let go of an ex, especially if the ex is your first. I understand that's part of reality, but here are some basic truths about the ex that you need to come to terms, all right, with. You need to accept these truths about the position of the ex. One, don't run back to an ex because you miss the sex or because you couldn't get a replacement. All right? You can only run back if you were the cause of the drift of the separation. Then it is understandable they are trying to work your way back into that relationship. Two, set boundaries between you and your ex. You need to move on completely. All right? Because if you don't, it's very, very likely for you to slip back into that relationship because of the experiences you once shared with that person. Okay, so set boundaries between you and your ex so you don't have some irresponsible and disrespectful familiarities. Okay, don't. It's very important to set boundaries. Number three, before you date someone or marry someone, find out details of what happened that led to the breakup. Ask questions, all right, so that you don't experience same fate and then you become an ex, or rather, you learn the hard way. Okay, in VDM's voice, the hard way. So don't fall victim. Always ask questions before you become an ex sooner than you expected. Number four, an undecided heart breaks other hearts. In other words, before you go into a new relationship, ensure that you have completely, completely severed all ties, ended completely any relationship you had with your ex. All right, to avoid any, you know what I'm talking about now. It's very, very important you ensure that you have completely separated yourself from your ex before you get into a new relationship. All right, to avoid series of broken hearts. Number five, you don't have to stay in touch with your ex. I'm not saying that you should stop communication completely or when you see them just walk past like you never knew them. No, but you don't have to stay in touch. Some of you break up with your partner and you start lying to yourselves that, do you know that we became close after we broke up? Why were you not this close before? You became close after you broke up. He's always checking up on me. You know, well, if that's what fate decides that's going to bring you guys back together, then fine. But don't live in that lie. Okay, don't live in that lie, because just imagine you find yourself in another relationship, someone who really cares about you, who's giving you his or heart, and you are there staying in touch with your ex, and before you know it, you find yourself caring more than usual. Probably they have some challenges. You say, "Oh, have you eaten today? Okay, no, I will send you this. Oh, how far with this one now? Oh, okay." You have turned to Mother Teresa all of a sudden, or Father Teresa all of a sudden. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that, because the only person you owe loyalty and responsibility to is your current partner. Okay, I'm not saying that you should hate your ex, all right, or you should wish your ex evil or bad. No, but don't stay in touch because of the tendency of becoming over concerned for your ex, and it's not good for your present relationship. Number six, just like number five, don't repeatedly praise and commend your ex in front of your partner. Don't do that. If your ex was so great, you should have left him or should have left her. You should have remained with her irrespective of what happened. So you don't end that relationship to make your new partner's life a misery while you're there repeatedly talking about how great your partner, your ex was. If it was my ex, he wouldn't do this. Now, don't compare. That is disrespectful. That is very, very disrespectful and damaging to your relationship. So it's very important. How you treat and talk about your ex will either make your partner feel very secure and safe or completely insecure. And when they're insecure, that relationship would not last. Number seven, if you've had a child or children with your ex, it's fine, but you need to keep boundaries. Let your communication be about your co-parenting responsibilities and nothing more. You don't have to stay on the line, and because you're talking about your children or your child, you're there gisting and laughing. So how was that party? Oh, what happened? Did they share? Oh, they shared out my favorite kind of drink. Oh my God, I wish I was there. You're just making a mess of yourself, and your partners are just watching you. You should just pack your load after that conversation and go and meet your ex. because you just don't have single sense. All right, you don't have any single sense. So please don't make your conversation exceed the purpose of your staying in touch with your ex, which is primarily because of your co-parenting duties. Number 8, if your ex is taken, or you are also probably in a relationship or you're taken, don't feed yourselves lies. Don't feed yourselves emotional, disastrous thoughts, okay? By telling yourselves, oh, I miss him, or he's there saying, I miss her. And before you know it, all right, you start texting and you start getting familiar again, okay? Where probably while you're gisting, you say, oh, sweetheart, what's up now? Or baby, hey, babe, how far now? Please, the era of baby and sweetheart has passed, all right? The era of, like I said in number 2, you need to move on. Need to move on to avoid some kind of familiarity stepping in. I've seen where two people who had broken up while we're all together hanging out, the guy just goes and taps the lady in the backside, and everybody laughs about it. And she just like, my friend, will you stop that? What be on that nonsense now? Just like my friend, answer that as their baby, as if he didn't like it, and they laugh about it. Or probably they've separated, and the girl walks up to the guy and sits on his legs, and they're all gisting and laughing and laughing and laughing. You have separated, for crying out loud. What exactly are you fooling around for? Do you understand? You need to learn to be mature. Lastly, don't compete with your ex. Okay? Don't compete on who is making it in life, who is moving on faster, who is more successful. Don't compete with your ex. All right? You are both on the same path. You're not on the same track. You're on different paths in life. Okay? Whether you are together or you are no longer together, you have always been on different paths. So don't let your separation be a measure for jealousy and comparison and competition. Okay? Don't. You find yourself dragging yourself back in life. You'll be distracted from your purpose in life. You'll be distracted from making a future, a headway in other things in life that actually matter. You'll just be stagnant because you have held on to that past, which is your ex. You need to know the place of an ex in your life. In all thy getting, get sense. I'll see you again in my next video.